penalties and interest, you know, on these back taxes that they were charging me with because when I started Young Living as a co-op, I had a man by the name of Mike McClure brought his wife to me in 1987, Elaine McClure, that had malignant melanoma. They'd given her 4 to 6 weeks to live.
Well, that's really interesting to me.
I treated her, had her in my clinic for 4 weeks. She went back to Fife, Washington, where they lived just south of Seattle. And her doctors examined her and said, something's wrong. We can't find any cancer. So Mike McClure, out of his excitement for his wife being cured of malignant melanoma, went to his friend Richard Moss, who was in Shackley. And they came back to the clinic and spent a few weeks, and I sold them the marketing rights to what was then called Young Life Products. And they took it and started the multi-level marketing company in 1987. And they ran with it until the beginning of '89.
They're builders.
They never paid me the royalties and my monthly consulting that they agreed to in the contract. And Richard Moss got involved with the secretary, and anyway, it turned upside down. They'd bought in investors, and investors lost their money, and I finally got called in and was told they were filing bankruptcy. I said, it's my name you're filing bankruptcy on. Not going to happen. So they agreed to give me back my company, and they walked away. So I loaded everything in the trunk of my car and a U-Haul trailer, that's all that was left, and hauled it to Reno, Nevada, 1989, and started over. And so the IRS went after me for the delinquent tax that they had not paid in '91. I didn't have the money for an attorney, so I spent a solid year studying law. And I went to the Seattle Federal Court and represented myself in a tax court against the IRS.
But you got it cleaned up.
Wow.
And I was pretty scared.
I bet.
So I sat down one night and I thought, I've got to have some help. And I made Valor, based on the old stories of the Roman warriors and the oils that they would put in the tubs and bathe in before going into battle. Wow. And I made Valor, poured it on the water in the tub and soaked in the tub. That night, got up, did it the next morning, drove to Seattle, and I'd rubbed Valor all over myself. Went into the court, was in the court for 11 hours, and I won.
Wow.
Cool.
And that's how Valor came into existence.
And the reason for the name Valor.
Valor.
The Roman.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a powerful story.